Petco Park, a new beginning, let's go. Started back rocking the brown. Ever since we've been knocking them down. Baby said she wanna go to the game. Taught her how to say Padre gang. Started back rocking the brown. Ever since we've been knocking them down. Mitchell and Ness with the old school name. All of the homies holler Padre gang. Yeah, that.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Talking Friars pregame show for September 18th, 2022. I'm your host, Ben Fadden. Padres and the Diamondbacks, the series finale today at 1:10, Valley Sports San Diego, 97-3 the Fan. Good win last night. Padres won 2-0. Joe Musgrove seemed to find it. His slider, breaking balls looked really good. Fastball, he was dotting his fastball a lot. Ends up going 6 strong innings, and then Martinez with a couple innings. Hader gets another save. His fastball is back. Just himself looks like he's back. The fastball obviously leads it. I think he threw all but one pitch last night was fastball. So kind of like the Seattle start or the Seattle outing, that Tuesday night win. They also won, I believe, 2-0. Bunch of fastballs, really confident with that fastball. So I love to see that. And I would think that he's available again today. They have the off day tomorrow. I'm sure after 15 pitches last night, I'm sure he could go back-to-back days. Martinez, I don't know. He threw the same amount of pitches as Hader did yesterday. They both threw 15. But Martinez threw 2 innings. So he got up to warm up, came in, down, up. So major league teams, they do take that into account. So we'll see. I'd probably say Hader's more available, or more his odds of being available are higher than Nick Martinez, but it's not like no one else is available. Luis Garcia hasn't thrown in a few days. Tim Hill, Adrian Morejon, Steven Wilson, Suarez, Johnson's definitely available, I would think. So the bullpen's in good shape today going in. With Yu Darvish on the mound for the Padres, you would think they should take 3 out of 4 in this series. Lost the first one, obviously, had the team meeting. Then they've won the last 2 games, swinging at more strikes inside the strike zone. I'll talk about that more on the series reaction episode after the game. And you would think you have your ace on the mound. Ryan Nelson, he has not allowed a run in the big leagues yet in his career through his first 2 starts. Obviously, shut out the Padres, 7 shutout innings on September 5th. And then he shut out the Dodgers on September 12th. So, Padres, if they're going to want to win here, you would think that they'd have to score some runs off of Ryan Nelson and give Darvish that lead. Hopefully, it's an early lead. Darvish was tremendous last time out. 8 innings, no runs, no walks, struck out 7. Remember, that was the game on Tuesday against the Mariners where he went that 8 strong before Hader came in and had that long 10-pitch at-bat against Ty France. Fastballs all over the place, and then struck him out with the nasty changeup that I don't think Ty France was expecting. Hader threw the entire kitchen sink at him. So maybe we see that again. I mean, I wouldn't expect Darvish to go 8 innings again. That's hard to do. But I think our expectations definitely should be at least a quality start. Maybe 7 innings, 1 or 2 runs. Let's see what he's done against the Diamondbacks. His last start against the Diamondbacks was September 7th, 6 innings, 3 runs. So that was a quality start. And then July 15th, 7 innings, 3 runs, another quality start, 9 strikeouts. June 20th, 7 innings, 1 run. So he's had a lot of good outings, quality starts. Every start this year has been a quality start from you on the bump against Arizona. Funny enough, though, this is the first time that Darvish is going to be facing the Diamondbacks, I believe, this year at Chase Field. According to his game logs, his 3 starts against the Diamondbacks so far this season have all been at Petco. And then Ryan Nelson, already kind of talked about it. So he's thrown 13 innings in the big leagues this year, or in his career so far. 7 innings against the Padres, 6 innings against the Dodgers, no runs in either outing, combined 6 hits, 2 walks, Didn't walk anyone against the Padres on the 5th. Walked 2 Dodgers guys. 13 combined strikeouts, 13 combined innings, obviously a 0 ERA. Both outings, he went 6 innings, or at least 6 innings in less than 90 pitches. 6 innings against the Dodgers, 81 pitches. And then those 7 innings against the Padres were 87 pitches. So he's been very efficient, throwing a lot of strikes. That's what I've seen. 61 strikes against the Padres out of those 87 pitches on the 5th. 52 strikes out of the 81 pitches against the Dodgers his last time out. So if the Padres stick to their game plan and they're swinging more at strikes inside the strike zone, they're going to probably be putting a lot of balls in play and have a good chance of, well, here's it's going to be one of two things. They're going to be putting balls in play and having a lot of base runners, or they're going to be hitting balls right at guys, and that's just going to make it easier for Ryan Nelson to go deeper. I still want them to be aggressive either way. You obviously hope that they have more base runners. Last night, Zach Gallen's amazing, and so I'm just happy that they got the win last night. They had 5 total hits, but again, it's Zach Gallen, so I'm not gonna, complain too much about that. They got him out before he finished 6 innings. So that was definitely a big win for them last night. Milwaukee won as well, so that's why it was a big win. Milwaukee beat the Yankees, so the Padres stayed a game and a half up on Milwaukee for that final wild card spot. I believe right now Padres are a half game back from Philadelphia for the second wild card. Yes. Philadelphia has lost 3 games in a row. And Philadelphia today, they are about to start against the Braves. And Milwaukee plays the Yankees at 11:10 our time. Garrett Cole on the mound for the Yankees. And Milwaukee has Jason Alexander. Never heard of the guy. He has a 5.29 ERA this year. So maybe the Yankees take one there. And if the Padres, with Darvish on the mound, you would think that's a good thing there. They could be maybe 2.5 up on Milwaukee by the end of the day. Well, we will see. Both lineups are out, or Padres lineup's out. I don't know if the Diamondbacks lineup is out yet. Yes, the Diamondbacks lineup is out. Josh Rojas is leading off. He's at third base. Dalton Varsho's in right field. Jake McCarthy is DHing. Christian Walker's at first. Ketel Marte's at second base. Corbin Carroll is in left field. Alec Thomas is in center. Cooper Hummel is catching, and Geraldo Perdomo is at shortstop. Let's see. Do they have any good matchups against Darvish? 3 at-bats, 667 is Corbin Carroll. Carson Kelly, not in the lineup, but he's hitting 300 off Darvish in 10 at-bats. Ketel Marte has the biggest sample size, 25 at-bats. He's batting 5th. He's hitting 360 off of Darvish. So I guess that's the main guy to watch. And then the Padres, their lineup today, Profar's leading off in left field. He's been struggling as of late, but he's still leading off. Soto's in right. Manny is DHing. Brandon Drury will be at third base, giving Manny a half day off. So they're kind of giving him 2 days off. They're having him hit, but keeping him off of his feet. They have the off day tomorrow, so that was probably planned, I would think, weeks in advance. Crony's batting 5th at second base. Ha-Sung Kim is at shortstop, batting 6th. Myers is in there at first, so no Josh Bell against Ryan Nelson. Austin Nola is back catching after homering on Friday night, or is that Thursday? I think it was Friday. Friday. Jose Azocar is in center field. This tells me he is the starting center fielder. Bob Melvin, Padres coaching staff, the front office, they have looked at the numbers. They see the same stuff that we see. Jose Azocar is deserving the at-bats. He deserves the playing time. And props to the Padres for giving Jose Azocar the playing time. So he'll be batting 9th in center. I like the lineup today. I like it a lot. Will Myers, he's been one of the Padres' best hitters, really, when you go back the last couple weeks. And so he deserves to be in the lineup. And Brandon Drury, obviously, he's been great when he's been healthy, I think, since the Padres acquired him. Obviously, not the big name, but anyone who's been watching this channel or listening to the podcast, they knew that weeks before the trade deadline, no one else was talking about Brandon Drury potentially coming to the Padres or Brandon Drury as a fit. But I did an episode on it. What a possible trade that could put Brandon Drury on the Padres. And I thought this guy, low salary, can play multiple positions, has power. I thought that was a perfect fit. And it seems like right now he is that perfect fit. And I would think the Padres would try to bring him back in the offseason. We'll see. As for the Padres matchups against Ryan Nelson, I mean, obviously it's that small sample size. The guy's a rookie. He has one start against the Padres, and he dominated pretty much. So not really any good averages. Profar, I think, went 2 for 3 against Ryan Nelson that day, so 667 off of him. Ha-Seong Kim, I believe, went 1 for 3. Same with Josh Bell, but obviously Bell's not in the lineup, so don't know if that's gonna matter. He could come off the bench like he did on, I think, Friday. We shall see. But yeah, I like the Padres lineup. You would think that they have a really good chance of winning today with Darvish on the mound. The bullpen is in a good spot. Um, and I think they have a good chance of being 2.5 up on Milwaukee when all things are said and done today, with Garrett Cole on the mound for the Yankees and the Brewers throwing out a guy I've never heard of with an ERA over 5. The Phillies, I already talked about them. They're about to get underway. And then again, if you're just tuning in, Milwaukee, 11:10 a.m. is probably, yeah, that's their first pitch. That's when they're going to get going. The Sunday night game tonight, Dodgers Giants, that is at 4:08. At that time, Padre game will probably just ending, and then I'll be hopping on here for a series reaction. I encourage you to join then. Again, 1:10 is the first pitch today. Padres got win number 80 last night, looking for their 81st win on the year. Diamondbacks looking to get their 69th win on the season. All right, let's end it with some chat here. Look at some comments. I appreciate everyone coming and joining here today on this Sunday. Again, if you want to support the channel, you can use that super chat button, the $ in the chat. I'll make sure to pull up that comment. On regular videos, you can use the super thanks button. Christopher says, let's give you the support he deserves. He's been pitching his tail off lately. I agree. That's kind of what was maddening his last start against Seattle. Like, he had to be perfect pretty much for the Padres to win that game, him and Hader, because they won 2-0. And it was 1-0 until that ninth inning when they tacked on the insurance run. So, yeah. Hopefully they can give him some early runs and he has some breathing room, because he didn't really have breathing room or any room for air at all against Seattle earlier this week, or technically last week. Irie says, big win for us yesterday. Like I was saying, we defeated an ace in mid-September. Yeah, I think you said that on the pregame show yesterday. It's big. Look, if they face the Dodgers in the postseason, they're probably going to be facing arms like that. Now, I don't know if they would have won that game if the Dodgers were the team they were facing, because they did only score 2 runs, and the Dodgers offense has the capability of scoring pretty much against anyone. But hey, a win is a win, and they showed that they can hang in there against Zach Gallen, who's been probably the best starter in the National League in the last 2 months, I would think, or month and a half, whatever. And so, yeah, it was definitely encouraging that they were able to play some smart baseball. In the 4th inning yesterday, Crony doubles, right? Just that one hit, and then play fundamentally good baseball, winning baseball, right? Takes third because he sees that no one is covering third base, no one's near third base on the shift with Josh Bell up. Sergio Alcantara is at short, takes a step back. Crony knows right when Alcantara takes that step back, he can go take third because no one's covering. Gallen's not going to get there in time. Sets up one out, runner on third for Kim to have the sac fly to center. Crony scores, puts the Padres up 1-0. That ended up being the go-ahead game-winning run, technically. Um, you're gonna have to do that in those big moments in October, or even as the season winds down. Probably when you're facing good pitching, you're not going to be homering all the time. You're probably not going to be stringing together doubles, right? So you need once you get that one hit like that, that extra base hit, that double or something like that, then you got to go take advantage of anything you can on the bases after that, and look at the scoreboard. The scoreboard's going to tell you the situation and what you need to do in the box on the bases going forward from then on. Yeah, I agree here, Irie. I wouldn't sign Brandon either, Drury, for too much money, but I'll bring him back if he wants to come back for, I don't know, 2 years. I don't know how much money. What would it be, like 20,000,000? Might be a little more than that. But yeah, I'd bring him back for something like that. Obviously not like a long, like 4-year deal or something, but if it works for both sides, I'd bring him back. Hashtag keep Myers. I think it could be a possibility if Myers is willing to come back and just wants to stay a Padre, and he's okay with not starting every day and kind of having the same role. Because I would think they'd want an upgrade at first base, and I don't see Myers as a starting outfielder next year if Profar comes back because he has the player option. Maybe they find an upgrade in center, but they still have Grisham and Nazokar under contract, obviously. Soto's going to be here. So if he wants the same role as this year, as he's having right now, um, bring him back 1 year. Yeah, I'd be open to that. I don't know if that's going to happen, but I I think the Padres would be open to it. I think they like his versatility. I think he's a fan favorite too. J Fly says, need to win this game today and close the series 3 out of 4. Huge game. Can't believe the Brewers took 2 out of 3 from the Yankees. I can believe it because I've been following the Yankees the last couple weeks, and it feels like it's just the Judge show. I know Josh Donaldson's contributed a little bit in this series, but feels like it's just the Judge show. And when it's like a one-man lineup like that, it's hard to win a ton of games. And on was it Friday night, they had Frankie Montas starting, and he's been a rough watch. So I think with him, it's kind of been like us watching, maybe not as bad, but kind of like us watching Mania or maybe Clevenger the last few starts. So I can kind of believe it, but you do see the Yankees record and you're like, well, the Yankees should win this series against the Brewers. But they're not the hottest team, right? They've been playing better, but they're not the hottest team in the league, definitely. Matt says, let's hope Pujols doesn't hit his record home run on Tuesday because the game's on CBS. So everyone will be able to watch history against the Padres. Hmm. If he makes history against the Padres, hits his 700th home run on Tuesday, one, I'm going to be happy because I'm going to be there. So that'll be cool to see history. If he hits his 700th home run on Tuesday and the Padres win 3-1, I don't care. Like, I'll be happy. I got to see history. Padres fans got to see history at Petco, and they got a win. That's cool. If it's like a game-winning home run or something, then maybe that won't be so cool. But it depends on the situation. At the end of the day, like, that's history, It's a cool thing. It's not I know he was a Dodger, but it's not like he's a Dodger doing it, you know? I think it's a cool story. What is he how old is he? Like 40? 42. He's 42 years old and still hitting home runs. Like, I think that's really cool. All right, that's gonna do it. 110's the first pitch. Padres, Diamondbacks. Final game of this series. Darvish on the mound. Ryan Nelson for the Diamondbacks. We'll see if the Padres can get the series win, take 3 out of 4. But for the off day, come back home, play the Cardinals. That'll be a good series. I'm excited for that. Series reaction after the game, game clips at Talking Friars on Twitter. Talk to you guys later. Go Pods. See ya.